Good morning. So today we thought we would take you along for a day in the life. A day in the life with Grammy and Hopi.
Right.
Let's do some
and
school.
Princey and my two beta fish.
Okay, let's do this. Do in the morning, and Hope was awesome this morning. It's a Monday morning and she must have been like super duper like motivated today.
Grammy, I was up at like 7:37.
She was up at 7:37. I'm awake. I just don't come out of there at 7:37. I'm doing my own, like, quiet time Bible, whatever. So apparently she already did math. She already did explode the code.
I need to write my spelling words.
Yes, she needs to write her spelling words. But, I mean, she did a lot on her own this morning, which makes it really cool. So, usually what would happen is I would open up my little Sunlight binder here, take a look at what we are going to be reading for Bible this morning. And actually, we're going to be reading 1 Kings chapter 3. So, that's what we're going to be doing. I will bring it up on my phone, which I need to mute this because it keeps dinging. But yeah, so I'll just bring up the Bible app. And so while I'm starting to read to her from the Bible, what she is doing is grabbing herself something to eat. And she is a child that pretty much eats the same thing every day.
Grammy, can you help me? And
she wants me to help her open the box. So that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to read from my Bible app. We are going to read 1 Kings chapter, right, if it's still on there. So we were just discussing what we had read in the Bible, and we read about Solomon and the two women that had brought
a baby
to them, right? And if you don't know that story, I suggest that you read it. That's what I'm going to suggest. Go into the Bible and read it. So anyways, the next thing that we are going to do, and we are further ahead in our read alouds than we are in the curriculum portion of Sunlight by a couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't know. We just are, because we love the read alouds. But we are in the middle of week 26, actually. And we are going to be reading The Year of Miss Agnes. This book is really, really good, isn't it, Hope? Yeah, we're enjoying it. And if you haven't heard of this book, I'll quickly just read a synopsis so you know. 10-year-old Frederica, Fred for short, doesn't have much faith that the new teacher in town will last very long. After all, they never do. Most teachers who come to their one-room schoolhouse in remote Alaska leave at the first smell of fish, claiming that life there is just too hard. But Miss Agnes is different. She doesn't get frustrated with her students, and she throws away old textbooks and reads Robin Hood instead. Interesting, right? Robin Hood's not one of my favorites. For the first time, Fred and her classmates begin to enjoy their lessons and learn to read and write. But will Miss Agnes be like all the rest and leave as quickly as she came? And we are on chapter 13. So, we're going to read chapter... I guess it's chapter 14 today. I don't know. How far are we reading? Now, I wonder if I forgot to write in what we read. I probably did the other day. I've been known to do that before. See, you're going to get what you get here at the Homeschooling Grammy. You're going to get what I forget to write stuff in.
Grammy, we didn't do school yesterday.
Friday. See, even she's feeling the Monday. So I'm going to have to make sure of where we are, because I just dated. No. I digress. Today's the 7th, not the 4th. Never mind. I digress. Forget everything I just said. So we are going to be reading chapters 13 and 14 in here today. There you go. Oh, so she wants to feed her fish, so we're going to take a 2-second time out to feed her betas. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Imagine that.
She always forgets.
From the mouths of babes. She always forgets. So we are going to start working on the rest of some of our Sunlight curriculum. And what do you want to do first?
I don't know.
Do you want to do Book of World History? Do you want to do some Aesop or poems or Window on the World? Which one? Let's do a poem.
Okay.
So we're going to read from the 104 Poems of Whimsy and Wisdom, and we're going to be reading Sweet and Low on page 59 today. So this is the little book that we use with sunlight. So this is from the book that we're going to be reading.
We did not understand those poems at all.
I'm not a poetry girl, I'll be honest. I read them to her. Doesn't mean I understand what I'm reading to her all the time. That's never one of my favorite things.
Ooh,
You don't want to come.
authors.
She always sits next to me, so this is what we do. We get all comfy in my chair when we give this part of our curriculum to read. You know. Right?
Right.
All right. Okay, so we'll take you along for this one. Sweet and Low. And I'm not real good at reading poetry either because, you know, I'm not, like, musically inclined. Okay.
Dog, you can wait a minute.
Sweet and low, wind of the western sea. Low, low, breathe and blow, wind of the western sea. He always has to go out when we're doing something. Over the rolling waters go, come from the dying moon and blow. Blow him again to me, while my little one, while my pretty one sleeps. Sleep and rest, Father will soon come to thee soon. Rest, rest on mother's breast. Father will come to thee soon. Father will come to his babe in the nest. Silver sails all out of the west, under the silver moon. Sleep, my little one, sleep, my pretty one, sleep.
What?
So yeah. So we're gonna move on ahead.
Weird poem.
And why don't you grab the next book and I'll just show you what we're going to read. I won't read you that one. Let's do the Aesop for Children book. No, yes. I'm struggling today, y'all. You might, oh my. So here's the book, the next book that we're going to read, and that's Aesop for Children. She's like... This is the next book. So we're going to be reading from Window on the World today. This is a really great book, actually. And we are going to be reading about Yanomami, which is in, I guess, Venezuela, Brazil. Let's see, page 186, 187.
Why did they come up with all of these weird names for countries or cities or whatever?
So this will just give you an idea what this page looks like. So this is what we're going to be reading about today. And what I really like about this, so okay, you're going to read all of this here. And then at the very end, I mean, it also tells you a did you know, but then at the end here, it tells you ways that you can pray for the country that you're reading about. And we really enjoy that part, don't we, Hope? So we get to pray for that country as well. We are going to read the Usborne Book of World History. And we are on, what page are we doing today? Page 124 and 125. So we're going to read about life in North and South America today. And I'll give you an idea what this book looks like on the inside in case you have never seen it before. And we really enjoy doing history this way. We just love all the books. Okay, so we're going to move on to science.
Yeah.
She's over here munching on her finger.
Bam, bam.
So, we're on like week 23 for science. We're like everywhere. We're everywhere in sunlight. We're just wherever
And look,
our rump
in the
rests.
background, you can see Princey Boy.
Yes. So we have moved on.
Hi, Prince.
We had finished, and if you saw one of my recent videos, and I'll try to remember to post it up there, the books that we have finished reading, we actually finished reading another book in Usborne for science, and so we had moved on to this actually quite a bit ago. And we're doing the first encyclopedia of the human body. And today, the activity sheet, looks like we're going to be doing page 34 and 35. And so, we're going to be learning about teeth today.
Teeth.
All about teeth. And so, we read this. And today, we're going to have some questions to answer on an activity sheet. And yeah, that's how we do science. And on day 4, or not day 4, on day 5, we usually have like a video that we watch and whatnot, right? Right. So we're going to learn about teeth today. Yay, teeth. So I'm just going to take a couple minute break from reading, and I'm going to look over the stuff that she did this morning. And so I just want to show you the books that we use. And this isn't the only thing that she uses for art, but
I love to paint.
But she loves to paint and those kinds of things. So she does a lot of that other kind of stuff too. But we're also doing this Doodle Over 200 One-Line Animals Squiggy book. Or Squiggle book, I should say. And it's really fun. Like, you just take, I'll give you an example. Like, chipmunks and squirrels. So you have this page here. And so you start with on one line. So you do this animal all with one line without taking your pencil off of the page. And she really likes it, don't you? It's fun. So that's what we've been doing. Some of what we do for art. And then for math, we are using Math Lessons for Living Education Level 4. So I know for all of you all who are regular subscribers or regular watchers, you know what we use. But this is for the people who don't know. So this is what I'll be checking. And then we have been using Explode the Code since preschool. And
these pictures are really bad. Some of them, Grammy can't even tell what they are.
Some of the pictures are a little bit silly, but the content is amazing. Like, I love this curriculum, and I think she usually chooses to do it first. So even though the pictures are a little crazy, she likes it. And we just started this recently, level 5. So that's what we're doing. And then for handwriting, she has moved into cursive, and this is her second cursive book that she has done this year. And it's My Book of Cursive Writing Words by Kumon. And I don't care what the age says on the top. That doesn't matter to me. And this is working really well for us, too. And maybe I should do a flip through of some of these books for y'all. And here's another curriculum that we started using in 2nd grade for spelling. And it's becoming our tried and true. We really like this spelling curriculum. It's Building Spelling Skills Even More. Works very, very well for us. I like that it's, a Monday through Friday approach. Every day you have something that you do.
And sometimes the instructions, like how do you get the schwa sound out of
Yeah. So sometimes she has to come and ask me, to figure stuff out. But this really is, most of the time, this curriculum is nice because it's open and go, and it's something that she can do by herself the majority of the time. And the same with all of these, even math, unless we're starting a new concept, a lot of times she can just open and go, like she did this morning. So she got a lot accomplished before, Grammy
before she got up.
Before I came, I was awake. Before I, come out and come alive and get dressed to do what I need to do. So it's kind of nice that, there are things that she can just do. So we just got done doing our spelling test.
And I got a 94.
She got a 94. But, it's Monday, right? Because we just do whatever's next. So if there's a day we don't get to spelling, we just do spelling the next day. And so that's why we're having a spelling test on Monday. That's how we roll, right, Hope?
Right.
We don't care. As long as we get the work done, we don't care what day of the week it is. It doesn't have to be Friday to do a spelling test at the Homeschooling Grammy.
Rolling with grammar next.
Yes, we are. So we just recently we just recently started this curriculum. Well, not too recently, but it's, we haven't been doing this all school year. So we are doing lesson 3.6 today. And by the way, spelling is the only subject that I test in. I don't test in anything else, not even math, because I can tell by when she's doing assignments if she gets it or not. That's all. That's all we need to do as being, homeschooling mamas, and it's making sure that our children get it. If they get it, there's no reason to test. I know that she's getting it.
And yes, my dad always lets me do this.
Yes, yeah. But spelling doesn't allow me to do that so much. I kind of need the test to know, what words have stuck in her little brain.
Grammy.
So we are going to go ahead and move on with Growing with Grammar. And if you didn't know, we are doing level 4. Level 4. And we are really liking this. It's a keeper. So she's working on her Growing with Grammar. I went ahead and I read the lesson to her because, that way I know that she understands what she needs to do. And then after that, she does very well on her own working with Growing with Grammar. We love it. So next we are going to move on to music. And we just started this book recently as well. Lives of the Musicians, Good Times, Bad Times, and What the Neighbors Thought. So this is a super fun book too. And today we are going to be reading about Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
So we're also doing Sunlight's reading program. And so her reader that she has been working on right now, her current reader, is
Tippy Lemon.
Tippy Lemmy by Patricia C. McKissack.
But Kissack, what is...
McKissack is her last name.
Kissack.
So, you liking this book?
Not very much, but I'll tolerate it.
I thought you told me the other day you were really liking it. It's about a dog.
Yeah.
She's snagged.
Grammy.
So, yeah, so she needs to read, I don't know
Wait,
how many
pages.
pages.
What does snagged mean?
You were caught. So anyways, that's what she's going to be doing next. And then I think we're probably about done for today. But I'd let her take a break from the Growing Her Grammar because, you know, I give her hand a break. I'm going to take a break from that. She'll finish that after she's done reading this. So go ahead and read that book that supposedly you don't like.
Grammy.
Bye. Bye. Yep, so I think that's it. That's all we got. The video is pretty long already, and I don't want it to be too much longer. But I think we're going to go bake some chocolate chip cookies today. Not that I need chocolate chip cookies, but, you know, whoever needs a chocolate chip cookie. You never need a chocolate chip cookie. But I think we're going to go make some.
But you want a chocolate chip cookie.
I do. Do you want a chocolate chip cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go make some. She's bouncing us all over. I apologize for that. Take care. God bless, and I'll talk to you again soon.